Okay, and now for our next segment of our Win Together interview sharing, very, very pleased to have Serena. So Serena is our champion project tagger for August 2021. Well done, congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, amongst all the Pegasus awards that you have won across the months as well, you can manage to also be a champion project tagger. That's of course something very respectable. I think one of the things maybe you can share with us, one of the traits basically on how you ensure that, because sometimes project tagging, I always hear that it takes a lot of time and things like that. So maybe you can share with us on why you decided to take on project tagging as one of your core business, and how you actually ensure that you are really at the top of the game for project tagging.
Okay, generally, I think right now the market is more catered towards project right now, right? So as a result, I decided to sign up for core teams and all for different projects, and of course on top of it, the bonus now is you don't actually need to station at show flats lah.
Yes.
Yeah. So as a result, I also familiarize myself with like the locations of the different projects that I'm also doing. I look into like maybe the investment opportunities and all for the different locations lah. So basically, I actually do go deep into the not just the project itself, but also like a more generic overview of the project itself. Yeah.
So you understand the project, you really understand it deeply, and
into
then
the location and everything, yeah.
and the selling points, and then you can help our agents actually tag and sell it well.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I've heard comments, I know I've got you to help me with some project tagging as well. I think one thing I really enjoy is that when my clients tell me that you're very knowledgeable and you're not pushy and things like that. So it's very something that you do very well, I feel, is you introduce the product and you leave the pushing to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, I think, is a very good something that
I think some hypers appreciate that in a sense of, because especially for the resale side hypers, because they tend to know their clients better and they know what they want better. So what they want me to do is mainly to introduce the whole project to them in terms of the location, the investment opportunities and stuff like this. So what I like to do is always, I also like to understand, like usually when the hypers call me, I usually like to understand like what their clients are looking for, what's the background and stuff like that, so that I can better understand what to introduce to them. So maybe that's the reason why also lah, because I don't just push like a project by itself. I go by what I think suits their client needs as well.
Understand.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share with us of the 80 over projects that SRI is appointed for, how many projects did you select to tag for?
Right now, I think I'm easily about a dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a very, very good handful of project offerings.
Yeah, it's not all over because we can't do all over because project tagging kind of takes up some time as well, right? So I focus mainly on places which I am familiar with, for example, like places which I also deal with in terms of resale. So even if I need to go handle my resale appointments and then I need to do tagging appointments, it's easy for me to shuffle as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you could even share with Team SRI in terms of if they are looking at aspiring to be a champion project tagger like yourself, how should they get started? What should they do to really get themselves up to speed and really hopefully one day to be a choice tagger for everybody as well?
I think networking is very important as well, because being a project tagger, you are not just serving the buyer clients, you are also serving your own internal clients, which is actually your colleagues. So knowing your colleagues and allowing them to be familiar with your style or getting to know you is also like you become a familiar face to them actually.
Yes.
So naturally when they want to look for a tagger, they see all the tagger faces and they'll be like, oh, I know Serena, so they will call me, something like that. So I guess it's also networking within your own teammates and stuff like this. So that's one. The other thing is probably don't just sell the project based on just whatever that was given by the ICs, which is like all the project description only. Really do your own research into the location of the place and all, because I think sometimes clients appreciate better in terms of what they can see, in terms of growth story of the area and stuff like this. Like for example, like Avenue South and all have a very good growth story because of the Greater Southern Waterfront.
Yes.
Yeah, so things like that. So I think all these value add into their decision-making process. And at the end of the day, we are not just selling or pushing a product to them. We are actually selling them something that they really believe in the growth of the area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good word of advice. Okay, and I think last but not least, Serena, you have been with SRI, not really SRI, but at least Team SRI for close to 12 years. That's a very, very long time, 12, 13 years.
More than a decade. Yeah.
Yes, more than a decade. So tell us, what do you like about SRI?
I feel that SRI is like home to me. Like previously I was from other agencies as well, so as we jump and all, to me it doesn't matter how big the agency is. At the end of the day, it's the kind of support that we get from our mentors, and as well as for me, it's because like you're my direct upline also, right? So to me, it's like the personal touch and all, and as well as the friendship that I make in the area. I feel that all those are more important than what the brand brings lah.
Okay, so thanks for your sharing. I think you've really shared a lot in terms of other of our teammates who are really aspiring to be a Project Tiger. I think one thing to summarize is really be available out there with, and I think knowledgeable. So Serena did a lot of research to really understand the product, making sure that she can deliver the best to you, because you will essentially be her client, right? And I think the last thing, most importantly, is if you want to be a champion Project Tiger, is networking around, not with too much of your clients, but also never neglect your teammates, because the main thing is to be a familiar face out there, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so thank you for supporting Team SRI in all their project closings. Wish you a lot of more closings ahead. I think a lot more projects left to sell. So all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. See you.